who the fuck raised me? Like, literally, who the fuck raised me? Everything that I've said in the last 2 videos about this topic was not to bash nobody. And I don't feel like I should have to keep saying that over and over again. These are my feelings. This is how I felt when I was growing up. This is how I felt throughout life. And it's okay for me to say how I feel. I don't have to justify or prove anything to anyone at that for that matter. I'm allowed to speak my mind and be free to say whatever I want to say, because these are things that I feel inside of me. It's not up to you to decide, and it's not up to you to discredit or say, oh, I'm lying, or I'm doing this for clout, or whatever the case may be. Honestly, I already had clout prior to me even talking about the situation. That has nothing to do with it. I'm at a stage in my life where I feel like I'm comfortable enough to speak on how I felt growing up. Finally, at this point in my life, I feel like I'm finally able to say how I really truly feel, and I'm able to express those feelings that were there in the past when I was a kid. Nobody can say that I'm lying, because it's how I felt. Literally, like, it's how I felt. Also, I'm at this point where I feel like I need to disconnect from some more immediate family. So this is also why I'm bringing this up, because it's a testament to the toxic behavior that we grew up around is trickling into adulthood, and is making things uncomfortable for not only myself, but others around. Excuse me. My thing is this: if you see this constant behavior over and over and over again, and it's like a continuous cycle over and over and over again, and you grow up and you're repeating this cycle, and you may not necessarily know that you're repeating the cycle, but you are repeating the cycle, I feel like it's time to break that. It's time to grow it up, speak about what is hurting you, what is making you act these ways and act out in this way, so that way you will feel better about yourself. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting my feelings out here so that way it can be fixed, it can get healed, it can be moved on from, because I felt like this for a long time. I also felt like I wasn't allowed to say anything for a long time. Look at how long it took for my mom to tell me what I wanted her to tell me. So imagine how long it has taken me to express these feelings to my mom, to express these feelings to anybody, to just say them out loud, get it off my chest, be able to just say what it is, how I feel, and go on about my day. Never really had an opportunity to come out and say these things. Never had a chance to talk to the people that I feel like have hurt me the most. Still to this day, I don't feel like I have an opportunity to talk to them. So I am speaking to the world, you know? Because if you do have that conversation, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be, oh, you're lying, I didn't do that. We've all been there. We all know how that goes when people don't want to hear the hard truth about how you treated them, how they treated you, and how that made you feel. Growing up, you were always told, oh, you got to be this way, you got to be better, and that's what I'm trying to do. Be better than what I was prior, be better than what my parents said, be better than all of that. Is that not the goal when growing and healing and all of these things? Is that not the goal? To feel better? To be better? To do better? I feel like because of the upbringing that I had and the trauma that I've seen and the shit that I've been through, it made me be like, a little bit more sheltered. I don't really like people being around. I don't really want to hang out with too many people. I really just want to be by myself and do my shit by myself. I constantly have a guard up. I'm not sure who's being genuine, who's being loyal, who's being honest, and I don't want to question that. And it's a very valid feeling. When it comes down to it, I've had relationships and I feel like I picked the wrong person to be around, like friends, men, everyone. I feel like I picked the wrong people to be around because what I've seen in the past, and I think that that's normal. So then moving forward, I think that that's normal. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think that that's normal, and it's really not normal. And I've been taking a step back to make sure, especially since I stopped drinking. I've been able to see things a lot clearer. Like, this is not okay. This should not be going on. All of these things. So it's just like me kind of taking a step back and looking at things overall for myself, to even be like, listen, okay, this probably isn't the best way to be going about shit. I get upset and now I'm arguing with somebody or anything like that. Like, those are the things that I don't want my children to grow up around and be around. So it's like I have to take a step back and look at the past as well in order to move forward and go forward and be greater in the future. So with that being said, it's just a testament of saying these feelings, saying them out loud, getting them off my chest, being able to move on from it, being able to move forward, not thinking about it, trying to create a better path for me and my kids so that way we aren't constantly going through the same cycle of, oh, we're good right now. A couple weeks go by, now we're arguing and fighting. Then the next day, a couple days later, somebody apologizes and then everything is swept under the rug. We're kind of not going to do that like at all. That's just not how it's going to be. I want to be able to communicate, dialogue with my kids. I don't want them to feel like they have to be scared or can't say something or how they feel. That's literally what it is. So earlier today, I asked them, how do you feel like I'm doing as a mother? Tell me, give me your honest, true opinion. I want to know. Tell me. They didn't say anything that I feel like, I would need to change at this point in time. But had they would have, I would have understood and it would be a change. You know what I'm saying? And I've told them that they have that open communication where they can do that. Because I felt like I didn't have that open communication when I was a child. It was always respect your elders, don't talk back, this and that. When it's not talking back, I really want to express myself and tell you how I feel, but you're over dominating and you're trying to be this, big bad person and threaten me and these things when it shouldn't have been that. It should have been open communication. Let's talk about it. Let's get through it. I'm helping move past it and move forward to be better. I feel like that's where a lot of the times where we fell short is we're not talking, communicating, we're not moving forward. It was, you should sit down, shut the fuck up, do what you're told. You're a child. You don't have no say so. You don't own nothing over here. You're not in control of nothing over here. Which is fine and dandy because you were the adult. But at the same time, I did feel like I still wanted to express myself. So that is exactly what I'm doing now. To those who feel like I'm doing this for clout or whatever the case may be, or you feel some type of way because maybe the story's about you or maybe you're a part of it or anything like that, is because the shoe fits. And what I'm saying, for a fact that you did. For a fact how you hurt me. And you know for a fact when I said what I said, that it was true. I don't have to lie. There's no reason to lie. These are my personal experiences, my personal feelings, and the way I feel and how I'm trying to move forward and get better from it. So if you have any suggestions on that, or you would like to have a conversation about that, then of course we can do that. But I know you don't. So that's okay too. I've come to terms with everything. Okay? I've asked God to show me the right way. And I feel like I'm on the right path. And nobody can take that from me. And nobody can say I'm doing it for whatever reason you say that I'm doing it for. Literally, it's for me. To be better, to feel better, and do better for my kids. So that was my little talk. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe.